Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In case it's your first time here, please don't forget to subscribe, and you can also turn on the notification bell just so you know when next I upload a new video. So I'm going to try and be very fast with this video because there's tendency that there could be distraction any moment. So in this video I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I cope with the lockdown and things that keep me sane basically. So initially the idea was to actually do a vlog and then like a day in my life during the lockdown vlog kind of, but I did actually, but I don't think I'm going to put it up because that video was so long. I don't know how people kind of put 16-18 hours in like 15-20 minutes. Like, I usually don't like my videos being longer than 20 minutes. I'm not even sure if I have a video that is that long, but already by midday my video was like 30 minutes long. Like, and I thought of, okay, why not do like a part 1 or part 2, but really I think I'll just leave it the way it is. And the second plan is to, you know, do a video like this, then as I'm talking about the things that I do, I'll just insert like a picture or a clip that just explains that better. And I'll do this now, and if this works, then you guys will see this video very soon. So guys, first thing I need to ask is, how are you guys coping? How are you doing? Like, I'm the kind of person that I find a way to easily adjust to any situation that I am in. That is one thing I have noticed about myself for a long time now. I find a way to just cope. I don't let things get to me because I used to be very weak emotionally, and because way back before I got married or even had this life that I have right now, I started staying alone quite early in life. So and I had to find a coping mechanism being alone, like without anybody around me, without anybody pampering me and doing all of that stuff. So I kind of built this mechanism around myself that helps me just cope with whatever situation, however bad and all of that. So I tend to just adjust easily to whatever it is that I am going through, and pending while I try to make things better. So that is me. That's just that, by the way. So but really I know that a lot of people are not like that. A lot of people are not it's not bad if you're not like that. Trust me, everybody has this thing that gives them an edge over another person. So that might not be your own edge, it is still fine. So but really, if you feel like you need to talk, I'm available to talk, and trust me, I'm sure we'll beat this. So but like I said, I find a way to cope, and then in the process I try to develop how to get through whatever it is that I am going through. So which brings me back to the reason why I am sharing this video. So like I said, this is going to be my routine during this lockdown and how I am coping with the lockdown basically. So first thing I do is when I wake up in the morning, which I also do even when there was no COVID, I get up in the morning, I drink some water, I do my devotion. And then when I'm done with that, the next thing I do is to exercise. Now before I started working my 8 to 5 job, I used to do exercises in the evening. That's in the evening, so it's like the last thing I do because I go to the gym around 7 p.m. in the evening, and then I exercise between 7 and 8. Then 8 and 9 I go swimming because my pool closes for 9. So by 9 p.m. I'm done swimming, and when I come back to the house I just go straight to bed. And that works for me for a while. So but when I started working, most times the time I'm supposed to be going to the gym is actually the time that I am coming back from work. Sometimes I'm actually still stuck in traffic, or I'm on the road, I'm driving and all of that. So evening never worked out anymore. So I had to stop working out for a while, and then at some point I started doing just Saturdays and Sundays. I just go to the gym. Sometimes I'm in the gym for 1 hour, or I'm in the pool for 1 hour. That was just how I coped with that. So but now that there's the lockdown, I feel like, oh, why not just try and maximize this opportunity and get all the workouts that I've not been able to get in the past few months, and try and set goals for myself, try and set some targets, lose this number of kg and all of that. So I started doing this during this lockdown, and initially I would do it maybe 2-3 times in a week, but now I do it every single day except for Sundays. So I work out 6 days in a week in the morning, every day between 7:30 and 8:30 in the morning. Sometimes I do 30-minute workout, sometimes I do 45 minutes. Then with the warm up and cool down, it's like 1 hour. So that's what I do. So before I used to do some of the things I remember doing while I was at the gym, but these days I've been using YouTube to work out. So I've been doing some HIIT exercises on YouTube. I think I'm going to do a separate video on that. So once I'm done with my exercises, I take a shower. So usually, because I finish my exercise around 8:30, sometimes almost 9, depending on when I start, I take a shower, and then by the time I come back, get dressed, it's almost about 10 o'clock. So I start to make preparations for breakfast. I used to practice intermittent fasting at some point, but when I started working 8 to 5, it wasn't working well for me because I'm very active most of the day, so I get very tired, and I also need to eat and all of that. So but now I'm back on my intermittent fasting. It's just that before I used to do it like 12 to 4, now I try to do like 10 to 4 or 5. But portion control is very key. I always say that when I talk about intermittent fasting, even if they say, oh, this is your eating window, trust me, that is not the time that you go into overdrive. Like, portion control is still very key, especially when you are trying to lose weight or stay fit. So between 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11, I make my breakfast. Sometimes it's smoothies, sometimes it's salad, maybe vegetable salad, and sometimes I just take bread and tea. Trust me, I will not come here and tell you that I eat healthy all the time. Nah, that has never worked for me. In fact, most times when I'm thinking about exercising or trying to lose weight or trying to look for diets, blah blah blah, I never look at the one that talks about eating green. Trust me, because I know I cannot be consistent with it. Well, for now, especially because these are things that if you really want to stick to that diet, you have to be able to have access to these things at any moment. And with the kind of environment I live, except you go to the market or you are buying in bulk and you are keeping it, which I've tried in the past and that didn't work for me. Like, sometimes they spoil, just like that. So right now that doesn't work for me. So I don't try the eating just grains, vegetables, fruits. So but once in a while when I go to the market, whatever it is I can buy, that lasts us maybe like 2 or 3 days, and until the next time I'm going to the market. So please deal with that. So like I said, what I try to do is just portion control. So even if I want to eat rice every single day, I do it very little. Like, I use a small plate, I portion my food in a small, like I'll insert some pictures of some food portions that I've taken in the past. And all of that. So my eating window now is 10 to 4 or 5. Usually anything after 6, I really don't eat anything. Maybe I just take water. So that's wake up, exercise, shower, breakfast. So by the time I'm done with all of this, it's about 11 o'clock, 11:30 a.m. in the morning. So and because I used to work before now, so during this lockdown, I'm also expected to work from home. So this is now the time where I actually try to get some work done. My son sleeps around this time, so he has like his morning naps into the afternoon. My daughter not so much, but it's easier to control her once my son is already sleeping. So I usually use that time of quiet to get some work done. So I go to my system, I work. For about 2 hours. I might take breaks in between, but I try to actually get something done just to be very, very productive. And recently I started an online course, so I also incorporate that into the time that I'm supposed to be working too, because whatever it is I am learning is just to help me on my job that I currently do. So when I do that till like 2:30, 3 o'clock, and by this time my son is awake, my daughter is hungry, so I make lunch for them. If at that point I feel hungry, maybe what I ate in the morning was very light, I also take lunch. But sometimes I actually don't eat when they eat, because I try to eat closer to the time when I know that after this time around I'm not eating, so which is usually about 4 or 5. So, and because I know that once I eat at that time, I'm not going to be able to eat anything again. So, and once I'm done with their lunch, by that time I just practically chill. Like when I say chill now, that means I'm actually watching TV or scrolling through my phone. You know, I will not come here and tell you I don't watch TV. Trust me, this was the first time that I've been consistent with my Netflix subscription. I registered for Netflix for a while, but because I never have time to watch anyway, so this time around there's unlimited access to internet, so Netflix and chill. I cannot deny that. So I chill with Netflix. I have a couple of series I'm watching, and then occasionally if my husband is around, we use that time to watch a movie. So most times when we're actually trying to watch TV together, we watch something that both of us have not seen. So that means we watch movies. Apart from watch series, we also watch some movies. So sometimes I use Twitter trends to look for what is trending and all of that. So that, by the way, that's already like afternoon stroke evening. And then once the kids eat and all of that, at some point they go back to their rooms to play. If I see any quiet moment around that time, I go back to my system to round up my work for the day. And after I do that, the next thing I do is to chill again. So now there are times that instead of chilling with Netflix, I decide to take walks. So because there are times I actually feel like I need to just go out, like stretch my legs. I'm feeling lethargic. I'm not used to being inactive. Even when I was not doing a 9 to 5, I was doing my business from home. I still try to go out every single day. So once I start to feel like, oh, I need to stretch my leg, I just take a walk, like to the junction of my house, which is about 10 minutes walk, and then back. Sometimes actually, if it is a day that I need to go to the market, because even in the lockdown, people still have to eat. So sometimes we go to the market. There are timings for the market. So I actually walk from my house to the nearest market to me, and this journey takes about 20 minutes to go, and then another 20 minutes to come back. So about 40 minutes, 45 minutes in total. So I also know that helps me when it comes to being physically active. I cannot overemphasize the need to be physically active during this period. Even if you were not the type who used to exercise before, this is actually an opportunity for you to be able to do that. There are so many easy exercises that you can do while you're in the house. In fact, before I started my Eat Workout on YouTube, I was doing more of skips and just some mat exercises because I was trying to like work on flat tummy, work on my triceps and all of that. So even if it's just to be able to skip, as many as you can in a day, morning and evening, or if it's just to jog within your area, if you are living in a serene environment and all of that, try as much as possible to be physically active, because this will help you when everything is over and then you now need to get back to work. You won't be feeling lethargic, you won't be feeling lazy. It will be almost easy for your body to just adjust back to the new normal. So try as much as possible to be physically active. Look for what works for you. Like, you will be very happy you did. Speaking from experience, always tried to be physically active from way back, and I know how it has helped me health-wise and even physically and all that. So that's very important. Be physically active. So I already explained how my day goes to like mid-evening, and I said, so for the rest of the evening, after rounding up with work and all of that, what I really do is just to chill. Now in between all of this, there are times I actually do some things that are not routine. Like, instead of chilling, I might decide that, I want to clean out my closet, or instead of chilling, I want to do a deep cleaning of my kitchen, or I want to rearrange my kids' room and all of that, or even rearrange my room. And even recently, because I was at home more often, I noticed that I needed to just do some upgrades, like in my living area, my dining area, which I'm trying to do a totally different video on that. So there are some other things I do in between, but everything that I've mentioned are things that I basically do every single day. So whatever I don't mention, I don't do it every day. So towards evening, once it's like 8:30, 9 o'clock, I start to try to get the kids to bed. And before now, I used to wake up like 5 a.m. So I try to sleep as early as possible, like 10 p.m, 11 p.m. So once the kids are in bed, I just keep watching movies till I'm sleepy. Then I take my green tea and then I'm off to bed, and the routine starts the next morning. So this has really helped me to be able to cope conveniently. Like, yes, you're supposed to wake up and live the day as it comes without having to worry about what is going on or what is going to happen or what has not happened that you're being worried about. Just try to give yourself a routine. Trust me, it helps a lot with the mental health, and exercise also helps a lot with the mental health. So I would really advise that you take this opportunity of being at home to actually exercise. Like, set goals for yourself, set targets. I'm going to just insert clips and pieces, bits and pieces of everything that I have mentioned here in this video. And if you need more details on some of those clips that you are seeing, let me know in the comment section, and then I'll just do a totally different video on that. So this brings me to the end of this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have still not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.